lalo't wala akong ihandang speech. At gusto ko rin marinig yung talakayan at interesado rin ako marinig ang inyong mga katanungan kung meron man. Tulad nating lahat, isang produkto ng ating mga karanasan at pinanggalingan. At lahat ng mga karanasan na yon at mga desisyon ay dinala ako sa pagkakataong ito na nasa harapan ninyo, bahagi ng isang pelikula na palagay ko ay mahalagang mapanood ng mga kababayan natin, Citizen J. Tulad din ng marami sa ating mga kababayan, nararamdaman ko yung frustration, nararamdaman ko yung kawalang pag-asa minsan, nararamdaman ko yung galit, nararamdaman ko yung gusto ko na lang umalis ng Pilipinas. Ang hirap mahalin ng Pilipinas. Nagpunta ako sa ibang bansa. Bakit on time yung mga tren nila dito? Bakit lahat ng kailangan ko nasa grocery? Bakit kapag naiwan ko yung cellphone ko sa isang tindahan, pwede ko pang balikan dahil walang kukuha? Nakaka-frustrate. At itong mga karanasan na ito ay nagbubunga ng mga tanong. Ano ba ang kulang sa atin? Bakit hindi tayo makaalpas sa ganitong klaseng burak, sabihin natin, no? Sa quagmire, para tayo nasa pumunoy. Marami sa mga tanong na yan ay nasagot ko sa aking karanasan bilang isang leader estudyante at lalo-lalo na nung ako ay nagtrabaho na bilang isang mamamahayag. Bilang isang mamamahayag, maraming iba-ibang pananaw kung ano ba dapat ang aming papel sa lipunan. At hindi ako papasok sa debate yan dahil walang katapusan yan at wala naman sa akin ng mga sagot. Pero ang masasabi ko lang, lahat tayo ay mga political creatures. Lahat tayo ay may mga paninindigan, lahat tayo ay may pananaw. At kailangan natin gamitin ang ating talento, sabi nga ni Sir Teroy, ang ating competency. Kung saan man tayo natuto, ano man ang ating kagalingan, at yun ang ating iaambag. Para saan? Para sa mas mabuting kinabukasan, hindi lamang ng aking sarili, ng aking mga kamag-anak, kasi madalas doon tayo natitigil eh. We pursue a better future for ourselves and for our family, and fuck the rest, di ba? But it doesn't end there. Kailangan natin isipin kung paano ba ako pwedeng gumawa ng marka sa aking komunidad unang-una at sa mas malawak na sambayanan sa mga Pilipino. At bilang isang mamamahayag, patuloy ang ganong klaseng struggle na gumawa ng mga storya na magkakaroon ng impact sa buhay ng ating mga kababayan. Nabigyan ako ng pambihirang pagkakataon na maging bahagi ng Citizen J. Palagay ko ang Citizen J ay isa lamang, it's the latest in a series of actions that we need to do. And I have no illusion that this is just starting now. Yung ating struggle para magkaroon ng mas magandang hinaharap, dekada na yan, actually daang taon na yan. But we have to keep on punching, we have to keep on struggling. It is a daily decision to do something, to do anything, to use our talents and to use our time, our effort to serve the country. It's not, hindi ako nag-ilusyon na araw-araw meron akong ginagawang ikabubuti natin lahat. Minsan, gigising ako ng alas 10 na umaga, kakape, manonood ng internet, na 9gag, magpa-Facebook. Ang ganda ng contribution doon, di ba? Kasi ako ng kuryente at ng internet. Pero dapat sa mga ups and downs na yun, malinaw sa atin kung ano yung ating purpose, no? At ito yung ating ambag, at ito ay isang daily decision. And that is the challenge, to learn about all of these problems and why they are not just happening now and why they are not connected to personalities, but rather the structure of society and why we have to change it and why we have to do that little by little. And Citizen Jake is a small contribution towards that end. Maraming salamat po.
Citizen Jake. Kahit din, or kay Sir Ato, of course.
Yeah, I guess I should answer as one of part of the team that put the film together. Alam mo, that's a hard question kasi personally, hindi naman ako nagsimula sa proyektong ito na iniisip kung ano ba yung gusto kong ma-achieve. Pero habang nabubuo yung pelikula, nakikita ko kung anong klaseng pelikula magiging ang Citizen J. The least I can hope for is that people start talking, people start after the film Labas sila, kailangan muna magkape, kailangan muna maghapunan, magkakasama kasi maraming gustong pag-usapan tungkol sa pelikula. Ano ba yung napanood ko? Parang ganun. Marami kaming tinalakay ng mga tema sa pelikula, hindi lamang strongman rule, andyan yung patriarchy, andyan yung social classes, andyan yung also yung use of social media and so on and so forth. For me, I hope that people see, dahil nga nakikita natin sa karanasan ni Jake, na ang mga bagay na akala natin na iwaksi na natin ilang dekada nang nakalilipas, napabalikan natin para tayong umiikot. Personally, ang tingin ko, dapat ang ating conversation should already go beyond people and personalities in politics kasi that is not what the problem is. Hanggang sa hindi nababago yung mga struktura that allow for these things to happen, magpapalitan ng mga pangalan at nakikita na nga natin ngayon yun. So ano ba yung mga bagay na gusto natin mabago? Nandun sa pelikula, yung ating pakikitungo sa social class, yung ating patriarchy, yung ating dependence on strongman rule. I think strongman rule is a direct result of the failure of institutions. Parang people just feel like wala kang mangyayari kasi yung kapatid ko na-snatch siya ng isang linggo. Punta ako sa police station, sabi, wala naman daw sila magagawa, hindi ko namukhaan. Here comes a guy who says, I can solve crime in 6 months. Oh well, it's been a year, right? I mean, whatever happened to that? More than a year. So this is it's hard to provide answers, but we want people to ask the right questions. And I think that's, if we can do that, malaki ng bagay na na-achieve ng pelikula.
That at the root of our crisis as a nation today are the erosion of memory and the revision of history. Citizen Jake offers a powerful antidote to that. The film captures the complex ambiguities between truth and fiction, between the entangled loyalties we owe to both family and nation, forcing us to confront painful but necessary questions about who and what we are as Filipinos. Citizen Jake is important because people forget. This is a reminder to those who have survived martial law and a wake-up call to those who have not experienced it and dismiss the historical significance of the experience. Martial law is back, literally in Mindanao and de facto everywhere else. The difference between then and now is the slyness of it all. Authoritarian rule is already here without the benefit of a proclamation 1081. We all know that nothing is done unless approved by the gang leader. That what the dictator wants, the dictator gets. That's why it was interesting for me as an actor to play a character like Herrera, to try and get into the psychology of a strong man. I was bothered by one question at an earlier screening. I was asked, how did you prepare for the character? How could you stomach the ego? I was disturbed because I don't think it's a question of stomaching evil at all. The character, Jacobo, holds on to core values that are by themselves are really good values, like family and loyalty. But to me, Jacobo is just a representation of an unseen evil when he uses normally good values to achieve evil ends. In order to do that, however, one must construct a convoluted narrative about oneself and one's motivations. One always has to be the hero in one's own life story. Nobody wants to be the bad guy. When you start believing your own lies, that's where the evil comes. And that's the hardest person to convince, that he is wrong because he has created a narrative about himself that he has to believe in order to survive. So, a strong man has to believe that what he is doing is for the good of the country. The sad fact about our country that this predilection for strongman rule reveals is our political immaturity. To be apolitical. As I said before, it's time to choose sides. There's no gray area here. It's either good or bad. You don't have to take to the streets every day, although that may be a good idea. But you have to use what you are good at and use it to fight and to resist. Use your competence. If you're a teacher, educate. If you're a writer, write. If you're a reporter, report what needs to be reported, rather than propagating bongo selfies. Please stop being fence sitters and use your skills. I'm happy that more and more artists are coming out with plays and films like this. It's also a powerful questioning of how we all become so co-opted in the rise of dictatorships. And I will continue to be political in my work. Yes, it may be dangerous to be outspoken, but it is even more dangerous to stay quiet. Choose a side, people. Stop being fence-sitters. Stop being apathetic just because your lives are not affected, because, believe me, they are being affected. It is creeping up on us. Economic collapse, authoritarian rule, the loss of our national patrimony. Silence will only aid and abet these horrible events from coming to fruition. Thank you.